In his 30-year run as the cartel's head, Mexican drug lord Joaquin Guzman, better known as El Chapo, is believed to have earned more than $12,666,181,704 by handling more than 600,000 kilograms of cocaine, 200 kilograms of heroin, and at least 420 kilograms of marijuana, the New York Times reported. At one point, he was the 10th richest man in all of Mexico, but now he is behind bars serving a life sentence for his many crimes. Today, we're going to look at 10 super expensive things El Chapo owns. Number 10. Dodge Charger, worth $33,000. El Chapo owned around 46 super fast and armored cars. Known for his love of fast cars and armored vehicles, El Chapo has managed to amass a huge private collection. Over the course of his career, El Chapo made a point of throwing it in the face of law enforcement that he cannot be caught. He is known to be very ostentatious when it comes to showing off his toys and his disdain for the police. Nothing made the cops' blood boil more than when El Chapo commissioned a custom-made Dodge Charger. This car is actually custom-made to be a clone of an American police cruiser. He had this car built so that he could evade police on long car chases, and for a long time, it worked. Number 9. Diamond-encrusted pistol, worth $50,000. While it's no surprise that El Chapo has ammunition silos all over the world, his favorite weapon is his diamond-crusted pistol. He carries this gun with him everywhere. It shows not only that he is always in charge, but also his love of bling. Although there's no information on exactly who made this gun for the crime lord, similar guns on the market have sold for about $50,000. When El Chapo was most recently arrested, he had his diamond-studded gun with him. So, it is now on the property of the United States federal government. If he ever gets out, though, they'll have to return his prized pistol to him as it was legally registered in his name. Number 8. Chevy Corvette ZR1, worth $130,000. To add to his collection of shiny and fast cars, El Chapo bought a white Chevy Corvette ZR1. This is one of the fastest and most exclusive cars on the market. It has 638 horsepower, and it's not even available in the United States. Of course, when you're El Chapo, the more exclusive, the better. He has no trouble getting his hands on cars like this. When he spends most of his time running from either the police or rival drug lords, this kind of speed comes in handy. Number 7. Dodge Viper, worth $199,000. If you know anything about fancy sports cars, you know how cool and coveted the Dodge Viper is. They don't make all that many of them, and they're very hard to find on the resale market. El Chapo's Dodge Viper is electric blue with white racing stripes. Although the car is tiny, it is super fast, running on a V10 engine. People close to the drug lord say he bought this car because he wanted to remind those around him that he was a fearful and powerful man. Number 6. Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, worth $1.5 million. A lot of us can't even imagine spending $1.5 million on a mansion, so it's a bit mind-boggling that someone would spend that much on a car. But when you're El Chapo and you have cash just burning a hole in your pocket, $1.5 million is a drop in the bucket. El Chapo's McLaren is bright white. It's hard to think of a situation when you'd need to go this fast. But again, things are different in El Chapo's world. He also had the car outfitted to have a special aeronautical exterior so that he could go even faster. Number 5. Personal mansion with hideouts, worth $1.9 million. It's believed that El Chapo has a ranch or estate in every single U.S. state. The same is true for most of the countries in Central and South America. His private ranch in Guadalajara is said to be worth close to $2 million. There is no exact figure as to how much he paid for his ranch, but similar ranches in the area have sold for $1.9 million. It is also rumored to have tunnels that El Chapo had built so that he could escape at a moment's notice. They call it his hideout mansion for good reason. Nobody sees him come in and nobody sees him leave. While looking completely normal on the outside, this home was anything but that, and was considered to be one of the most protected and most secret homes on the planet. The entrance to the main part of the home was situated in a dressing room behind a mirror that led to a secret passageway with a large vacuum-sealed iron door at the end. The house featured a large living room, kitchen, and bathroom with a hot tub that lifted up to reveal yet another hiding place. A large collection of art and weapons were also found at the property, along with many animals in his personal zoo that was apparently also on site. It's thought that the raid was carried out after El Chapo's neighbors reported him to the National Police, who he had not been able to bribe. Number 4. La Tuna Mansion, worth $2.2 million. You could write an entire book about all of the properties that El Chapo allegedly owns, but one that we're sure about is the mansion he owns in La Tuna, Texas. He actually bought this plot and had a home built for his mother. This was his hometown, and he wanted her to be able to stay there. But he also wanted her to live in style. The ironic thing about La Tuna is that it's also the site of a large federal correctional institution. In a way, by building his estate there, El Chapo was mocking the federal authorities. The home was the scene of many gunfights where both El Chapo's men and local citizens have been killed. It is known as the Golden Triangle, one of the central pieces of El Chapo's drug kingdom. Number 3. Acapulco Beach House, worth $10 million. Before he built his zoo, El Chapo built a luxury beach house right on the coast of Acapulco. The house has a private beach where El Chapo and his guests can enjoy the sun and sand. Very few who have been there have been willing to describe the inside of his house. And of course, El Chapo wasn't going to invite journalists or photographers from Architectural Digest into his home. This is actually the only asset El Chapo owns that has an actual known price tag. Number 2. Yacht. El Chapito, worth $275 million. The man is said to have fleets of submarines and freighters ready to carry his drugs and cash all over the world. He's rumored to have entire fleets of private planes that do nothing but transport pounds of cash worldwide. But the only vessel El Chapo admits to having is his yacht, apparently named El Chapito. He named the boat after himself. He named the boat El Chapito, implying that he is actually larger than his $275 million yacht. The boat is kept docked near his zoo and beach house in Acapulco. Number 1. Carbon fiber super stealth plane, worth $929 million. We've reached number 1 on our list, and this is the most expensive item El Chapo has bought by far. If you're going to be the number 1 name on the U.S. government's most wanted list, you're going to need to stay incognito. El Chapo was able to do just that in his carbon fiber super stealth plane. He used this plane to transport his drugs, cash, and even himself around the world. The plane was made to avoid detection from radar. The carbon fiber coating allows it to escape both commercial and local radar. For this plane, El Chapo actually hired a private pilot. He doesn't like to mix business with pleasure, so the stealth plane is used only for private travel. He just happens to carry large amounts of drugs and cash with him when he travels. Do tell us in the comments if you want to know about any other drug lord assets. Please subscribe to The Luxury World. Thanks for watching.